Welcome back, everyone, for another Friday live stream in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Let's see who's here early and on time. We've got Phantom 6767. Lurch is here in the Discord with me to read your chat.
And I beat you to it, Rashid, if you're here.
I don't think he's here, or he's like, because he's never this quiet. Oztech TV is here. Trucker Kitty is here. Vigner is here. Lobo1G is here. Pilot Bro is here, looking for a party. Thomas Berger is here. Welcome, Thomas. Nightbot is here, so watch your P's and Q's. Turn off that caps lock key. And don't spit out too many emojis or Nightbot will get you. Lowrider is here, and Angry Blake is here. Phantom is still on. I am supposed to shout out, even though he doesn't get a shout out at the moment, but Phantom just celebrated this week his 21st wedding anniversary, I think it is. So,
Nice.
yep. he said he'd probably get a shorter sentence for murder. Oh, was I not supposed to share that part? Sorry. Oh, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to do some shout outs, and while I do some shout outs, I'm going to share something that was that's announced earlier today, and this is coming soon. So here we go. This will only last about a minute and a half. That's what's coming. Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, Bedrock, our top ATS driver for February 2023. Bill Welburn, Nicholas XXXN, Susan Arthur, our top Euro truck driver for April 2025. XLT 588 Gaming, Trucker Kitty, Norwegian Trucker Nicholas. Big Al 2424, our top ATS driver for March 2025, and our top ATS driver for all of 2023. Nazamified, Johnny Hansen, Lobo1G, our top ATS driver for July 2024, and I think our top driver for last month. I'll be making those announcements later. Pugwash, our top Euro truck driver for April 2024. Wim55, our top ATS driver for March 2024. Carlin, Torsev Icebear, our top Euro truck driver for August 2023. FTG Mike B. David Long, aka Shorty, our top Euro truck driver for September 2024. And Wiz Nation, who moved up from the dry van haulers this week. So I got it done just as this was finishing. Nice. So that announcement for that new DLC or pair of DLCs, Cargo Pack, was just made earlier today. If you're in the Discord, you may have seen the announcement posted in the SCS blog channel. I just took a break from driving from McAllen, Texas to Tacoma, Washington. Well, that's a long way. Willie is here. Japsai is here. Matthew Walter is here. Doing good, Matthew. Glad to see you all in here. So the Corona equipment pack is what it's called. It just says, let's see here. Yeah, agricultural equipment pack. So it's a pair of DLCs, one for American Truck Simulator and one for Euro Truck Simulator. It'll be similar to like the farm equipment pack. And originally I thought, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, they're going to add this to the farm equipment pack. No, it's a whole new set of DLCs. So it'll be available separately. They didn't announce a date yet, but they've announced it, that it's going to be releasing. Ken Beard is here. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a nice little tie-in with the other simulator that a lot of us like. So that'll be nice. Let's see. Got some shout outs done. So let's talk about where we are, what we're doing today. We are in. We got to load. It is dark still. It's not even O dark 30 yet. It's still just plain O dark. We are in A Coruna. Probably mispronounced that. We are taking this load of stuff to
A Coruña.
Yeah. What he said. To this place, which I also can't pronounce. But it's in oh, I can't even think of it. It's in the description. By the way, speaking of the description, I put the link to the blog post article. Talks about this new set of DLCs in the description below. I also put in there links so you can go and add links to Steam. You can add these to your wish list if you wish. Adam is here. Welcome back from work, Adam. All right, so this is going to take a couple hours to make this trek. We have 2,538 kilometers to drive, assuming there's no detours. I don't want to assume that. That's kind of been my luck lately. It is a refrigerated load, apparently, because I got a reefer and I can hear that sucker going. Canned pork, 22 tons of canned pork. So let's get to it.
The other white meat.
Yeah, the other white meat.
Nicholas is here.
Hey, Nicholas. Look at all these people headed to work.
Lowrider says that's a long ride. Be sure to have your coffee ready.
Got my coffee. Although I don't have any refills because I forgot. A Coruña, I think.
Yep.
I've already got the first stop mapped out. I forgot to point that out, but you may have seen that on the map view. Oop.
Matthew Walter was trying to join the server on the Discord channel.
Okay. And did you? that who joined? It was somebody last weekend. Yeah, I thought so too.
He says it won't let me join your Discord server.
I thought you did. Pilot's gonna check on that. I could have swore that was you that joined last weekend and stuff. Do you have your Discord account linked to your phone? Or rather, do you have your phone number linked to your Discord account?
He says I don't have Discord on my phone.
No, you don't need it on your phone. You need to have your phone number in your Discord profile. So just add it there. It's part of the verification process. Make sure you're a real person and not a bot.
Alex says he just pinged him to let him know if he got it.
Well, it's getting daylight. So we're going to drive across northern Spain, then into France, southern France.
Land of the toll booth every 30 seconds.
Yeah, that place. Lavish Foods.
Drive says, is Boomer slowly turning towards Volvo for his regular drive?
No, I made a change a few weeks ago. I mean, switched over a few weeks ago because it was the truck of the week. And I decided I wanted to drive it a little bit more since I went ahead and bought the Zeemods engine for it. I'll be switching back to Scania at some point. Just trying to give the Volvo some love.
Adam is in Canada at the moment. He's asking where you're at, but
Spain.
figure Vigner answered it.
So, Adam, did you get the updated ProMods candidate? And by the way, I forgot to mention, I put it in the description and the title, but I've got the latest version of ProMods installed, which is the same as the last version, except it works with this, with 155.
Andrea Benfer says, hi, chat.
Welcome to the stream, Andre.
Andrea. Not Andre.
Looks like Andre to me.
Oh, that is a second E on the end.
Didn't you just get new glasses?
As Pilot Bro said, that's Andre, 2 E's. And then he said, shots fired. Lowrider says, is that a World Trucks load?
No. Nope. I try not to run World of Trucks loads when I'm in when I have ProMods installed. Too many problems. And I'm not doing an event, so I don't need to do World of Trucks. Plus, I couldn't find a load to where I'm trying to go. Or I was having trouble finding one. I can't remember the name of this country that I'm supposed to be. It's Slovenia. It's the next country on the list for our All Europe Challenge.
Andre says, Pizza Peterbilt 289 and ETS for free, I think is what he meant.
What's that now?
Easter Peterbilt 289 and ATS. He said, or fee, but I don't know what. Did you mean for free or for a fee?
Yeah, I think that's a paid mod.
Yeah, that's
right.
what Pilot Bro just said. It's a paid mod. Adam says, do you know a truck brand that has a built-in coffee maker? Most of the trucks you have to order it as an add-on.
I'm not aware of any that you can even do that with. Doesn't mean they don't exist. I'm just not aware of it. Never heard of it.
Adam says, how would you make coffee on the road anyway? Going to a truck stop would cost you $5 a cup.
I used to
It
make.
says bring your own.
Yeah, well, not when you're in a truck. Well, so what I would do is I had a electric kettle in my truck. I would grind beans, put it in my French press, and then I would put the hot water from my kettle in there. Most of the time though, I would do part of that, but then go inside because you can get hot water off the coffee maker for free. They make that available, so if you buy like the little noodle cups there, you can get the hot water from that to cook it. I would use that for my coffee.
Wiz Nation is here.
Welcome, Wiz.
Nicholas says, I've got a coffee maker in my truck. I don't even drink coffee, but it's good for boiling and heating water.
Yeah, most truck stops, they sell the electric kettles that you can plug into the power port, or as this old guy say, cigarette lighter. The old cigarette lighter plugs became power ports. They put them all over the truck. But those things are very unreliable, unfortunately. They're low quality.
Kettles or the power ports?
The plug on the appliances. The part that plugs into the power port.
Adam says, I think Scania has a built-in coffee maker right on the dash next to the passenger seat.
Not in any version I've driven in the game. They just have cup holders.
He says in real life. Nicholas says it's optional, same with my Mercedes.
Okay. Well, that's a nice feature to have if it works. There's one of them bull billboards.
Matthew Walter says I never go on the Discord.
Okay. Seems like there's not much point of joining a Discord server if you don't ever go on. That's where the community hangs out. That's where we socialize and do things together. Like convoys and other things. We've got channel groups for all kinds of different games. Light simming, Snow Runner, or that other one that just came out.
Roadcraft.
Yeah, Roadcraft. Farming. Mill sims. Trains.
Jesse2670 says good afternoon, Boomer and group.
Welcome, Jesse. Haven't seen you in a bit.
Pilot says, don't say it. Dang it, he said it.
Farming simulator.
Adam says, I think you can order as an option on most truck websites, not in the games, though.
Well, that's a new one on me. I had never heard of that. What do we got going on here?
Adam said, is there a train coming? Or wait, this is your horn?
It's one of my horns. I forget how to switch. I think it's Control Shift F10. Maybe it's F11. Yep, F11. This is part of the Zeemods horn and sound pack. We ought to be getting close to the our rest stop soon. Uh-oh. Didn't expect that. We don't have transitions like this on U.S. interstates, with one exception. Breezeway, I think it is, Pennsylvania. You literally have to get off the interstate to transition to the other interstate. Crazy.
Andrew Black is here.
Welcome, Andrew. Thanks for joining us.
That the Pennsylvania Turnpike?
Yes. Yes, it is. And here we go. The aforementioned detour. Now I may have to look for a new place to stop. We got 3 hours left. Oh, can we make it there? Barely. Is there a better option? Yeah, just to play it on the safe side. Some days it be that way. Well, that added a little bit of time to our route.
Thomas Berger says I turned off the redirects because they really annoy me.
Well, we run, I run hardcore mode. You have to have it on. We got a toll booth up ahead. Should be able to go straight, right?
Nope.
No. But yeah, it is really annoying when that happens, but that's real life. That happens in real life.
Pilot Bro says, I love when they redirect you back to the same spot that the road is closed.
Yeah, that's annoying.
That's when you just say heck with it and go blow on through it.
No. Almost never do that. I'm not saying never, but almost never.
Pilot says you weren't supposed to say that out loud. Nicholas says keyword almost. Adam says there's a way to avoid I-76. Take I-79 south to I-68 east and connect to I-70 east.
Yeah, but it's not the most efficient route, especially for trucking. Also, if you take that I-68 route through Western Maryland, it's got a nasty hill on it. You got to climb. There's the first yawn. And here comes our rest break. Let's see. I guess I'll get fuel too.
Wiz says this is August, right?
Well, in the game, it's always summer.
Of course, it's still July, he adds.
You got a calendar on your phone?
Vigner says, I can't wait to drive through the mountains on the east coast of the U.S. when they finally get there.
Well, some of us call those hills. Not mountains. They're considered mountains, but to me, they're more like hills. There's no snow on them year round.
Drive says, not long after setting off from Spain to Slovenia, got on the highway and almost immediately got a speeding fine. Oh well, almost another 2,800 kilometers to go.
Where's he going?
Same route you are, or
okay.
Same load. Leg, whatever.
Yeah. Let's see here. I will do some shout outs. And while I'm doing that, just because we got people here who probably missed it from earlier, I will play the coming soon video that I created this morning for the new DLCs that are coming soon. Here we go. JJ Man 1982, Thor Rasmussen, our top Euro truck driver for January 2025 and our top Euro truck driver for all of 2023. Omega Trucking, our top ATS driver for January 2024. Nick, David H74, RD04 Dave, our top ATS driver for March 2023. Broken, Douglas Williams, JC Drives, our top Euro truck driver for March 2025. Thomas Berger, Doom 3, Lee01 Mister. I guess I should ask, can you guys hear me while I'm reading these? Jennifer Roth, Colin Percival, Pancake Man, Ken Beard, Road Trip Nerd. Thank you. Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, Lord Dragon, Greg Ulray, Dan Maselman, Donald William, Herbert Harris, Timothy Parrish, Hauling 5 Ton and BC Adventures, Carlos DeJackal, MKA Transportation, Gaming Cakes. All right. This is just about through. Here we go. Nice. So that is releasing sometime in the near future. One for American Truck Simulator and one for Euro Truck. So let's sleep. And we should have 9 hours available to drive. So let's find a place that works.
Anybody else catch that? I thought I heard a slur of speech.
What?
I thought I heard you say let's sleep.
Oh, I don't know.
You're drunk.
No, not drunk. Okay, that'll work. Montpelier. We have just over 1,900 kilometers left to go if we don't get another detour. And we'll be driving in the dark this time. So let me make sure. Yeah, they're not on. There they are. By the way, we got some extra flashy lights. Hey, it's just after midnight.
Alex says, "You'll never catch me."
Don't be so sure, gingerbread man.
Adam is 90 kilometers from Noe Side.
Well, we don't get to see any scenery in the dark, unfortunately. Now, this is one of the downsides to not using a World of Trucks load. But on the positive side, I don't have to worry about desynchronization because of ProMods. Get all the way to the delivery and then it desyncs and I lose it. I guess we're still in Spain.
Dom says hello.
Hey, Stabs.
Wim is here, says hello everyone. I'm in also, had some other stuff to sort out.
Well, welcome, Wim. Good to see you. Ooh, speeding. Ooh.
He adds, driving a Volvo, boss?
Yeah. Taking a break from Scania for a bit. It was the truck of the week a few weeks ago, and I decided to keep driving it for a bit. Partially because I got the Zeemods engine pack for it. Yeah, you guys couldn't hear that Trucky was leaping in my ear because I was speeding. I was getting close to race miles.
Wimp says Scania is my brake. Prefers the Volvos, but not an ATS.
I think we're coming up on the border crossing.
Dogan Can Kurt says always Volvo for a safe journey.
Welcome, Kurt. Yes, France. Now I can stay in the left 2 lanes when I go through the toll booth. The many, many toll booths.
The French love our tolls. We are the country of love. We must fund it somehow. One says a little bit soft suspension setup.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Pugwash is here. Says
Hey.
sorry, a bit late, guys. I've been trying to get my driving back on track. All going well until AI appeared under me and flipped me over. World of Trucks load gone.
Oh, jeez. Welcome back.
Welcome back, sir. Crash.
Well, let me check that suspension while I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Let's see. Truck stability 100%, cabin suspension stiffness. all that 50%, which I think is what I normally have. Trailer stability, that actually should be 50%. Oh, maybe not with this. Maybe not with the, because I'm not using the Zeemods. Physics. Yeah, I get a little bounce. That's normal.
Pugwash adds the joys of trucking. And then Drive says, glad to, you have not lost your touch with driving, Pug.
Especially with that crick in your neck. We had that reversing challenge last Sunday. That was fun. Well, it should start getting light in about an hour, I think. You know, I could just barely get up to speed before I got to slow down for a toll booth again.
Pugwash says, maybe you should have tried it in reverse. Vigner says to Pugwash, just like me yesterday when I drove from Newport, Oregon to McAllen, Texas. I got rear-ended a few miles and brake checked and couldn't stop in time because I don't have engine brake in my truck.
Well, engine brake won't stop you quick. That just slows you down. You gotta slam on that foot pedal.
Drive says, glad you enjoyed the reversing competition, Boomer. Hosting it was fun too.
I'm looking forward to it again. I'm looking forward to it in Euro Truck. It should be a lot easier. Willie! I wonder why that didn't pop up on my screen.
Yeah, I didn't see anything either.
I need to check on that. Oh, I love being able to pause. Huh. Bear with me a moment, folks. Somehow, because I saw the Willie bought a coffee and it popped up on my tablet, but not here. So it is on, so I'll have to test it later. Okay, enough of that. But it seems to me that happened last weekend too, and I forgot.
Wim said, I wish I had those inside mirrors on my Volvo F88 in GDC, because the old school mirrors are terrible in the dark.
You know, that is one of the things that I like about this truck.
Victor says that was why he got 2.6 stars instead of 4. And it says you'll be able to get the truck to start scoring points faster in ATS than ETS and GDC hardcore mode because you can get cab over trucks.
It is just pitch black outside. I was hoping to start seeing some daylight by now. Thanks for the coffee, Willie. Oh, for those of you who didn't see it, he said it. What did he say? Have a coffee and I'll have a Corona. I don't know if that came through or not. I can see the sky is beginning to lighten up. Ever so subtly. So who else is looking forward to the new Corona equipment pack coming out? I have already put both of them on my wish list. I'm hoping that they'll offer a similar deal like with JCB or the farm equipment pack, where you can probably $4.99 each, or you can get both for $4.99. I'm hoping so. You can bet as soon as it comes out, I'll be getting that one. No, not that Corona. Corona. Not Corona. I'll play that slideshow again next time I stop. Still there, Lurch? I think I lost Lurch.
Yeah, I'm muted. I'm muted. What was the last thing you heard me read?
When Drive said something about, or no,
Fighting his
Wim.
favorite games.
Wim. When Wim said he wished he had these mirrors.
Okay. Vineyard said that that whole accident was why he got the 2.6 out of 4 stars.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that one.
4. You'll be able to get the truck to start scoring points faster in ATS than ETS with GDC hardcore mode because you can get cab over trucks. Willie said no problem, and it's not the one he drinks. He responded to that one, I heard. And then finally, Drive said, I'm looking forward to the new DLC. It will combine my 2 favorite games.
Yeah. Same here. Oop. We've got to be getting close to Italy soon. €5 whole this time.
Are you sure you think you're getting close enough to Italy? I don't think you've stopped enough to get enough toll booths yet.
Yeah. Coming up on Mount Montpelier or whatever. Isn't that our next stop? So that's still France. Yeah, we still have a ways to go, I guess. In France, I mean. But at least we can drive over 80 kilometers an hour.
You know, we decided she wanted to load the dishwasher, so I had to mute so you weren't hearing a bunch of dishes clattering. Wim says you have to pass Versailles and Nice also before getting to Italy.
Did you say Versailles? Oh,
Yeah,
Marseille. Yeah. Kind of just looking for an excuse to look at the map. Ooh, gotta slow down on this one. That detour really costs some time. I think. Still got over an hour of real time left. Maybe the next stop was closer to Marseille. I don't know. Okay, I'm looking at the map. Oh no, wait. Where's the? Didn't I drop a pin?
Could have sworn you did.
Yeah, I dropped a pin right here. Almost 3 hours of driving left. Yeah, that's fine.
Wim says, gosh, ProMods looks so much better than the original map.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm thrilled to be able to get to reinstall it, even though they didn't. This current version doesn't have any of the updates that they were going to use or apply. I don't mind waiting a little bit longer for those updates, just so I can get back into ProMods. You know what's so funny is I think back 3 years ago when I was still fairly new to this. Yeah. I mean, people were trying to talk me into doing any mods in American Truck, and then convincing me that I should get into Euro Truck, and then talking up ProMods, and I'm like, why do I need all that? And now I hate it when we don't have ProMods for Euro Truck. And I wasn't gonna, get any, paid engine mods or anything like that. Now I've got several. I love Zeemods. You hear that different siren? That's SoundFix's pack. He's been adding different sirens over the last couple weeks. So I just got a speeding ticket, as you know. And
we used to use Z, but there was that incident.
Yeah, well, I didn't use any of his paid mods though, so that was new to me. After we moved past that drama.
Wim says, I recently read something about one-to-one maps. Does that imply that a 10-hour drive really also takes 10 hours in real life?
Well, it would, if it were that big. There is at least one-to-one map, but I don't think it's very big. I haven't downloaded it or anything, but I was intrigued by it. I don't think it's a really big area, but I'm sure somebody else would know better than me about that.
Pilot Bro says it'll kill your distance, though.
Well, I mean, it's real one-to-one.
ads, maybe it'll kill the joy of playing the game.
Yeah, I think it's just some specific areas. Seems like kind of a novelty thing. I mean, I'd like to do it. Yeah, you're not gonna rack up a lot of miles or kilometers that way.
Possibly it's better to get back in the seat of a real truck to do these miles. The downside is you're away from home.
Yeah, then it's a job. Oops. What was that? Billy!
5 gifted memberships. Sunflower, Darren Radcliffe, the Gigalotties, Eddie Parsley, and the Stony Tony Show are the lucky recipients.
Congratulations to the lucky recipients, and thank you to Willie. Well, that's working.
Wim lost his code 95 on a truck driving license, so he's not able to drive for a company anymore.
95.
That's what it says.
Well, you'll have to interpret that for us, Wim. Don't know what a code 95 is. Congratulations again to the lucky recipients, and thank you again to Willie. Okay, I'm going to do some more shout outs while I play that coming soon video again. Here we go. No, that's not it. Sorry, I got to scroll up. That's it. Tom Freer, Rob Shepard, Kirk Bernard, JBVHD, It's Angry Blake, Lewis Carr, Liao Chung Shun, Japsai is 0585, Herbie, Crack, Quavel, Bushos, William Giacone, I think, Mr. Noasis, Ataz, Anderson Silva, Andrew Stauber, Jason Sutton, Dr. Doobie, E&A Trucking, and Guida Warriors.
Nicholas says I need to renew mine later this year and then forget about it for 5 more years.
So, what is it?
Still playing the slideshow, by the way.
Yep. Well, Wim, we don't have such a thing here in the U.S. that I'm aware of. Except maybe Class A. We have different classes of driver's licenses. Class C or D, I think, is just a regular everyday driver. But a Class A is commercial motor vehicle, like this. Class B,
CDL.
CDL, but a Class B is also a CDL, but it's for bus drivers or straight trucks. So yeah, we have different classes, so that's probably what that is. Okay, let's sleep. All right, we got a little bit of light. Let's see how far we can get in 9 hours. We still have 2 full driving days to go. Let's see, how about that? No, it's only 5.5. Two-part.
Yeah, Wim says so. It's kind of a CDL, I guess. And Nicholas says Class B is cars, C is truck, CE is truck and trailer semis, and D is for bus in Europe.
Okay. All right, so that's not going to work. There's no sleep trigger there. But I've got to be able to get there in the next driving day. So can I make this almost 10 hours? Yeah, if we don't have any delays. So hopefully we will have no delays. And I did get all the shout outs done, so I don't have to do that at the next stop.
Nicholas adds you can have a Class C license to drive trucks, but you still need the Code 95 to transport cargo. Well, what's the point of being able to drive the truck if you can't haul a cargo?
Yeah.
Clem says drive for the fun of it. Nicholas says recreational trucking is a thing.
Yeah, it is here too. I mean, we consider it RV, but you don't need a special endorsement for it, which kind of seems crazy. But you could drive a rig like this, or in the U.S., you could drive a Kenworth or a Peterbilt or whatever that you own personally, where you're not hauling cargo. Whoops. Which means you're not a commercial motor vehicle driver. You're driving a non-commercial motor vehicle. It can be the same kind of vehicle, but it'll say on the side, it says not for hire.
Wim adds there are clubs with classic trucks.
Yeah, I think Nicholas shared some photos of some of those a year or so ago. They were on a ferry going to a truck show or something in Norway. Nicholas, you want to weigh in on that?
He adds, Nicholas says, and all American trucks in Europe is just for recreational or show trucks. And he says, yeah, the video was of trucks on a ferry after a truck show. Thor is here. Says
Hey,
made
Thor.
it for the end.
Yeah, we've still got almost an hour.
And Nicholas says, I think it's pretty much exactly a year ago since this weekend they're on the same annual truck show.
Okay.
Wim says recently in Assen was the Truck Star Festival, a yearly phenomenon with classic trucks and recent trucks. And Eric Owen says, I heard this game is coming to console next year. They're closer than ever.
Welcome to the stream, Eric. Yeah, they're getting there. I don't know if it'll be next year. I think the announcement was, or the statement was, that they'll be pretty far along next year. Not necessarily there yet. We'll see. Don't you hit me. He looked like he was coming right at me in my mirror.
Bingner says, I think it's, I'd say 2 years at the earliest. Eric says, yes, they tested on PS4 and next-gen consoles, maybe 2 years out. Wim says, with more than 2,200 trucks, the Profile Truck Starved Festival in Aston this weekend of 26th and 27th of July.
An old aqueduct there? Looks like it.
Nicholas heard one guy drove his truck from China to show his Scania at that festival.
Wow. That's a long haul. That's right. Well, it's dark again. Not getting, it is dark.
Watch out for the crew.
You better watch out for me. I'm in my truck.
But it says, question, will the Scania gain a foothold in the U.S.? I recently saw some efforts on YouTube to get the Scania known by the trucker community.
Yeah, I've seen something about that too. I think they have them in Canada. So that, I believe that's a step in that direction. I'd love to drive one.
Thor says there were two guys that drove bicycles from Denmark to China some years ago, and this year there was a guy who walked from Island, Denmark to Barcelona, Spain. It took him 93 days. Pilot Bro said they also have that joint venture with International.
You know, we've already seen that type of truck in this country. Unfortunately, the company went bankrupt, and it was, you know, it was an electric truck. Looked just like a Scania, at least to me anyway. But the company went under. I suspect that another iteration of that will emerge. We used to have cab-over trucks in this country back in the 60s and 70s. I remember them when I was a kid. They're ugly as sin, though. Well, you know, in the same way that the K100 is ugly as sin, in my opinion. I know a lot of people like to drive it. Sorry, Wem.
Nicholas says, sounds like Nicola.
Yes. And I've posted photos of it in the Discord in the past. Because there was one here in Las Vegas, or at least one.
He says, I remember that picture.
Yeah, it was just parked right across the street from my community. Yeah, the driver was over there on the dirt shoulder. Looked like he was doing paperwork or something.
Also says, I think they used Iveco parts for it, the same parts as the Iveco S-Way, I believe.
Okay. But I think there is a push to get the U.S. Department of Transportation to look at them. But you know, there's a lot of things that have to be done to the truck to make it U.S. legal.
Wim says a certain Bruce Wilson on YouTube has a Scania agency for the U.S. and drives the new 770 Scania, and he's also taken over this the red Scania from International. Then Nicholas says it has to be made more unsafe to be U.S. legal.
Uh-oh, went the wrong way. Again. This is going to get ugly.
Drive says, I don't think electric trucks will be a thing. My company sent the 2 electric Volvos back that they had. They cost too much to run and don't earn the same as diesel, as they can't do the mileage.
Yeah, no, it'll happen eventually. They're just not ready yet.
Pilot Bro says Iveco just got bought.
Why?
Eric Owen says the Mercedes-Benz is in this game drives rough because of the suspension. And Nicholas says to Wim that his truck is not 770, its badge is fake. I think it's a 560. Which Wim said the blue one is a 7070. Red one is a 560.
Okay, we've gone through Nice, drove past Monaco, and I think we should be crossing into Italy soon. Soonish. Oh yeah, I see a flag. And there's the Italian flag, yep.
Pilot Bro says Tata Motors.
Isn't that the Indian company?
Drive says, never mind Iveco being bought. Every Iveco gets owned by every other truck when they leave the yard.
Oh, now there's some shots fired.
Where says, are you on ProMods?
Yes. ProMods was just re-released yesterday. No changes, except it'll work in 155.
Angel Plane Spotter says, you still have the Logitech G923?
Yes, I do. And welcome to the stream. Yep, all my equipment, all my gear is listed in the description below.
Herbert Harris is here, just got home from work.
Thanks for dropping in.
Nova says to Wim, "Oh yeah, sorry, I was mistaken. I don't know why I thought it was a 560."
This means you're getting old. Guess I'm gonna have to get fuel again next time I stop. Speaking of which, 4.5 hours left on the clock, so probably 3.5 hours before we get to the next stop.
Victor says the ProMods staff decided to release 2.75 with no updates to the map because of the pressure from the people in their Discord servers, so they don't hear the same question over and over again.
Yeah, I'm glad they did. I think it was a good move. But I know they're getting tired of people asking, "When's it coming out? When's it coming out?" And usually their response is, "It'll be out when it goes out." But they recently instituted a new policy that if you keep asking, they're gonna time you out, give you a warning. I think it's a bit harsh, but I completely get it.
Wim says too many drivers have accomplished the All Europe Challenge at this stage. Oh, not too many. How many?
I don't recall. And I haven't posted any updates in a while. I should do that. I was thinking about that yesterday. It was, I think 8, maybe 9. Several of us are going to push it right to the wire.
Victor says that those people are also asking SES the same question. I reply to them, it'll come when it's ready.
Yeah, and that's the answer. It's just like this new DLC that was announced. Well, when's it going to come out? We don't know. It'll come out when it's ready. When they're ready to announce a release date, they will announce the release date.
Genova circling road, says Wim.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think this particular rest break location is pushing it out there a bit. Let's see here. We've got... Yeah, I think it's at least 2.5 hours.
Marv says, "You'll make it, boss. It's foot down Friday after all."
Well, I'm not lollygagging. Doing the speed limit, although I didn't do the speed limit across Spain or France. Speed limits there were 90. I was only doing 85. I don't like to get too close to the edge.
And Win says, "Again, before I leave, I have to close for now. What great mirrors are those in the truck, boss? Keep the rubber down. See you all soon."
All right, Wim, thanks for dropping by and hanging out with us.
Dipping away to the little trucker's room. Be right back.
Okay. Lombardi. And for those of you who are interested in getting the current version of ProMods, the Great Step is not available. I don't remember the reason why. So because of that, they're not offering a bundle. So you have to download each part separately. And of course I paid for the fast download, so you know, €1.25. So I only got ProMods Europe. Didn't get Canada or Middle. Well, let's see. I could have got Middle East, but I can wait on that. I just wanted Europe. When the next version drops, I'll get the bundle. You're right, Willie. Trying to see, let's see, how much driving do I have? 2 hours. Let's check that map for a status update. 1 hour, 15 minutes. Yeah, we're good. Yep, there it is. And I need fuel too, so I'll go ahead and get fuel, I guess, after the rest. Is that guy getting light already? So I saw somebody, and I think it was Vigner, asking about the all states challenge. What do I call it? American Truck Simulator All States Challenge. When are we going to start? I think September. So and we'll run it 3 months again: September, October, November. So most people will have it done in 4 to 6 weeks before the next DLC drops, I think. Also, before the Halloween event happens, Are we expecting another ATS DLC this year? Oh, there's the first yawn. I think we're expecting, ooh, Nordic Horizon later this year. Right, Bigner? Or are we expecting Louisiana? Yeah, Ken, we do need LA.
I'm
Welcome
back.
back. Louisiana, or all Louisiana, that's what that is.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to that as well.
Well, he says he thinks it's Louisiana.
Well, I know that that's the next DLC, but that wasn't the question. Can we expect to see it before the end of the year? Yeah, in sequence, it's Louisiana, Illinois, South Dakota. So for me, Missouri and Iowa have been great because I spent so much time in those, trucking for real. Of course, I'm looking forward to both the Dakotas as well as Minnesota. But I'm looking forward to Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio because I spent so much time in those, just like Iowa and Missouri.
Audra says, I can't believe they're not going to bundle the Dakotas.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I always expected them to do that, but I'm kind of glad they're not, because that means they're going to put more into each one. So here it is, not quite 6 a.m. and we're going to leave. Okay.
Bigner says both.
Yeah, I'm reading it. Both Illinois and I was confused when you said NH because that's New Hampshire. But I get it. Nordic Horizon are big candidates for release before the end of. I think Nordic Horizon will be next. Illinois has 15 blog posts left, and Louisiana has 20. Really? Oh, okay. No, wait. Louisiana's got to come out before Illinois. But I think Nordic Horizon is probably next. Okay, let's sleep. I don't have any shout outs to do. We need to get on with it. Okay, let's oh, we're not making another rest stop. This is it. This is the last day of driving. So we're just gonna drive. Let's go. Get on with it. Oh, that's right. I need fuel. I've already forgotten. I am just so ready and raring to go. See a bunch of stuff happening in chat. I don't hear
Yo,
alerts.
yo, Grandpa Boom Boom, says Rashid. Oh, there's only one post.
I see Pilot Bro, Vigner. Oh, did
Yeah,
I
you
miss
read
Pilot
those.
Bro? I didn't read Pilots.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
Still
you
can't believe
did?
they
I
aren't
thought that
gonna
was
bu-
somebody else.
Still believe
Sorry.
they aren't going to bundle the Dakotas.
Yeah, I thought that was somebody else.
I think you read Vigner's.
Yeah, you're right. What's about time, Rashid?
He says SES is cheap, Pilot. What did you expect?
They are cheap. Can you believe you can buy the game for $20 full price and $5 on sale? Yeah, I think we have to... Do we have to get over? Or can I stay in this lane? Can't believe I just ducked in real life.
They're saying, where's up Rashid?
Yeah, I was just scoping out the prices on that because, you know, you can get either ATS or Euro Truck for $20 when it's not on sale. That's a heck of a bargain. And $5 when it is on sale. That's a steal. Oh, I guess I didn't really need to... See, these pavement markings in Italy always confuse me. It suggests that that lane turns right, but it doesn't. Yeah, Rick, Nightbot was waiting for you earlier.
Hey, he's got fat fingers or he's drunk or something. He says, good to hear it, Willie. All good here as well, but there's typo galore. Alex Rosca is here, says, I'm doing Trucky achievements in ETS.
Welcome to the stream, Alex. Been a minute.
Nightbot commenting in the chat.
Yeah.
Rashid was away, could not make it until now.
Well, glad you're here. I guess I should have asked you, are you feeling better? Last time what was last time we talked that you were not feeling well? Yep, Trucker Kitty's here.
Infection
They
is
can't-
gone, he says.
Good. Yeah, Trucker Kitty can't talk right now. Should I say he can't meow right now? Actually, I don't even have him in this truck.
He says too busy driving.
Too busy sleeping in the back, curled up in a corner.
"29 days this summer already, 41 plus Celsius."
Seems pretty hot for Canada, but I know it gets like that in even in Minnesota sometimes.
Last year only had 13 days, he says.
Another toll booth. Thought we left France.
Yeah, as we're pretty much the furthest place south in Canada.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I think you're further south than most of Minnesota. just looking at the ETA. And it's gonna be dark by the time we get there.
Boober driving a Volvo, says Rashid.
Yeah. I've had this for a few weeks. I've been driving it for a few weeks. I've had it longer than that, though. But it was the truck of the week a few weeks ago. I got it for that, then I went back to the Scania, then I'm back into this one again. Because I can. The Scania is on vacation. Or as they say over here, holiday. Another toll booth. Are you muted again?
Nicholas says the Scania's at the chop shop. And Rashid says, yep, it's a long weekend here.
Really? What's the holiday?
Susan is here, says good morning.
Hey, Susan. Glad you made it.
Said the Trucky achievements keep me in different trucks every week now. Simcoe Day, says Rashid.
What's Simcoe Day? What's that about?
Thor's had a long day and is falling out of his chair sleeping, so he'd better go to bed. Catch you later.
All right, Thor. Thanks for hanging out. It's good to see you back.
The National Civic Holiday.
National what?
Civic Holiday.
Civic holiday?
That's
What's it about? every holiday has something behind it, either celebrating or memorializing something. Ooh, we're getting ready to cross into Austria.
Everything is closed on Monday here in Canada, he says.
I guess it's a secret then. He's not going to tell us. Or he doesn't know.
He says it's just a summer day off. For everyone, he adds.
Carinthia, Austria. So this is a province, an Austrian province. I don't know what they call them here.
Oliver says even Wikipedia doesn't know the answer. It's just a day off.
Huh.
Rashid says the government selected 2 months in the summer for everyone. Alberta calls it Heritage Day, says Pilot Bro, and Rashid says July and August. As normally July 1st and the first Monday in August.
You hit me. Gotta keep an eye on these guys. Come on now. You can at least drive the speed limit. Take that. Slovenia! We have made it to Slovenia. We have 92 kilometers remaining. Ooh, I can drive 90. But I'll stick to 85.
Willie says, gotta go out. We'll see you later.
Hi, Willie.
And Lowrider says, AI behaves just like real life drivers.
Yeah, they do.
Rashid says, Quebec is the only province that is not off on Monday.
That's what that noise was. My window was down. When I pressed the key combination to change the horn sound, one of those buttons also rolls the window down. And I forgot.
Rashid thinks that the reason that Quebec is the only province not off on Monday is because they want to be different.
I thought they were different. Isn't it the only province that's multilingual? Officially? Ooh, I see our delivery pin.
Yes, they think they are special.
I've heard that.
Says they try talk English in Quebec and see what happens. I dare you.
You get evil looks?
If you don't get spit on, he says.
Dang. Is this where I'm going? Did I miss my turn? Browen, that's where we're going. In through the out lane. There it is. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Kind of like one of our reversing challenges last Sunday.
She says, I think it's better these days, but I ain't interested in ever going back there again.
That's Quebec, not Ontario, right?
Yep.
Wow, the mirrors got dark. Why do they do that? I thought they're supposed to be lit. Can't see. Bump the dock. Whew. Long drive. 2,633 kilometers, according to this. Let's see. Where do I have a place to go park? Where am I? In the middle. Air shop here. I'll go there. I might need some repairs.
Bigner says next run for you is Slovakia.
That should be fairly short. I might be able to bang out a couple of those in a video or a live stream.
She says you're running late. It's after 5 p.m. here.
Well, yeah, this has been a long stream, 2.5 hours. I'll get this parked and we'll wrap this up. Any service needed? A little. Engine and transmission. Tires. Looks like I'll be buying some new tires soon.
Papa says you got another 3 in you.
It's
Probably hours.
way beat.
Your speed was expecting you to finish up about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, that would be normal. But this went a little long with the detour and the rest breaks and all of that stuff. Okay, well, let me let's go into pause mode. Freeze my clock. Oh my goodness, I am beat. Can't imagine for doing this for longer, and I know I have done it longer. What tire wear are you buying new tire? It'll prompt you to buy them, and I think it's around 30%. Somewhere in that vicinity. Somewhere over 30%. I think I'm at 29. So it'll be time to get some new tires soon. Oh, you don't have to, but you begin to suffer some detrimental activities. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everybody for joining me today on this long drive. And let's see, if you haven't already, leave a like before you roll out. Thank you, Thomas. And if you're new here or you're just watching the replay and you haven't already subscribed, feel free to do that and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on notifications. I live stream every week, almost every weekend, Fridays and Saturdays, and occasionally on Thursdays when there's a new DLC out. So that's going to do it. We'll see some of you tomorrow, most of you tomorrow, I hope. I think I'm doing American Truck Simulator. We'll see. See you then.